important little touch by Eric Dyer. Oh, it comes to Divock Origi! He's won the European
All right. A bit of technical difficulties there. Welcome back. This is the Cop Talk, episode 15. And boy, do we have a show in store for all of you guys, because Liverpool is currently flying somewhere. I don't know whether it's too high, but we're flying somewhere. And for once, there's a lot of buzz on this FA Cup tie that we've got tonight against Manchester United, our big-time rivals. So you've got me back here, Senna, with my Liverpool cap that I adore on this show. So I've got a lot of guests here today. So I'm just going to introduce them, and later we're going to have people from the United camp joining us when we preview the game itself. So we're going to have a few topics. In the last topic, we'll preview the United match. So without further ado, let me just introduce our guest speakers today. We'll start off with Ben, all the way from the UK.
How's it going, Senna?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Ben. So it's going to be interesting to hear what Ben says today. Let's go to another familiar face. We've got Puva back.
Hi, guys.
Puva speaking officially for the first time since that horrid midweek match, 1-0 to Burnley. So Puva is gonna let loose today. Thanks for joining us. We've got Dave B back in the house. All right, Dave B as usual, sporting his full jersey, and we've got the friendly face.
Hi.
You know what? I finally figured out that he's doing the Emil Heskey thing. I finally figured out it's the Emil Heskey thing that he used to do when he used to score.
The DJ.
So we've got Hidayat back. We've got the one and only, the real Satya joining us once again for his hardcore views on Liverpool, which we really need during these trying times. And we've got a new face here. Dr. Jeev. Thank you, Dr. Jeev, for joining us, a man who has worked around Europe and a long-time supporter of Liverpool. So he's going to be giving us his perspective as well. First time today on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So that's it. Let's just get into it here, you guys. So how are you guys? I hope you guys are feeling all right, not too bad. Before we get into topic number one, please, thank you to all the viewers. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on all the platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Support us so that we can continue to grow and give you more Liverpool fan talk shows online week in, week out, as we try to do. Thank you very much. Hit that like button, everyone, and subscribe. All right. So we're going to go into segment one here. Jurgen Klopp. The guys, I'm not going to say he's in a mess. I'm not going to say that. I just think that it's under pressure. We know that it's the title defense season, and that's never easy. Right? And we made it look so simple last season that it kind of seems like we're lacking some jet fuel here this season, trying to do it with our injury issues and so on. But I mean, who could have thought that we're going to lose Van Dijk and Gomez in one season, and we can't have Matip at full fitness as well. When we need him, we would think that Matip will rise to the occasion. He's not fully fit. Even when he's on the pitch, he's looking a little bit of a doubt at times. And we've seen signs of Reece Williams are doing well against I think he did well against Atlanta, but those are different kind of football. It's not English-based football that we've seen him really excel. And Nathaniel Phillips as well. So it kind of seems like Klopp's having trouble reacting appropriately as the commander-in-chief of Liverpool at the current moment. 3 points out of a possible 15 in the Premier League. He doesn't seem to have a plan B or C or D. He is a bit stubborn, as we know. He is, and that's why we love him, because he's stubborn in his ways, but he's effective in his ways. But I think for the first time in his entire career, he's got a bit of a challenge here to overcome. So I'm just going to. We've got Gopinath here. Gopinath, thank you for watching us. Please keep the comments coming. Any questions, Gopi, just throw it in and we'll catch you. All right, we'll get it to you. We've got a shout out to Satya Balan here from Tevan Karuna Karan. He's watching you, Satya. Watching you. Vinod's got a long question here. Why in club rotating squad, the youngster squad, their prime United never had a consistent 11 key. They kept opponents guessing. Furthermore, the squad always rotated with 1-2 names, playing the best 11. So this is the sentiment shared across the board. Ben, do you wanna share your thoughts on this, please?
Yeah, I mean, actually, interestingly, the rotation thing, we are doing that. We're having to do that. I think the only place we haven't rotated, which is my big issue, is up front. We have rotated across the back. Nico Williams has played at different points. As you said, Williams, Nathaniel Phillips. We haven't been able to rotate Robertson because of Tsimikas, but he's back now. But in midfield, we have rotated. We have played Henderson, Fabinho, we have played Keita, we have played Chamberlain, we've played Shaqiri. So we've played all those different players. So that has happened. But I think the thing is we do have plan B and C, but he hasn't used it. The strange thing for me is the front three are misfiring. Salah and Mane have been actually up until the last sort of few weeks in form. Firmino has struggled. That's the one thing that baffled me. Is I know, and I love Bobby Firmino, but I don't understand why Minamino hasn't played. And I think I said that the last time on this podcast. Minamino hasn't seen more than 5 minutes since we played Palace. I mean, even midweek he played Divock Origi against Burnley, and again, as much as Divock Origi is a legend, he proved that he's not good enough again. But the interesting thing is, with regards to the current situation, I don't know about what you guys are interested in what you think. So this is my general opinion about this is that everyone's saying now, obviously everyone's panicking about the defence, but our defence has been quite solid in the fact that we've conceded very few goals since we've lost Van Dijk and Gomez. And actually that's not an issue, but we're having an issue up front. But actually I'm going to say that the defence is causing the issue up front in the fact that we've now got our best holding midfielder, probably arguably one of the best holding midfielders in the world, playing at centre-back. And at times, when we played United last time, Henderson played at the back, and happening at Southampton as well. And when we've been at our best is when we nick the ball back high up the pitch. So when Fabinho and Henderson and Wijnaldum, when we were at our best last year, which would now be Thiago potentially chucked in that category, we would nick the ball back quite high up the pitch, where the opposition would be out of sorts, out of shape, and that spaces in behind them, and that's where Robbo and Trent would be so effective. And that's where our midfield will be effective. Put the ball into space, the lads get in behind and score. Whereas at the moment, we're nicking the ball back slightly deeper in the pitch, which means there isn't the space further up. They're able to re-jig and readjust and get their defence set up, get in that low block that Klopp always talks about, and then it suddenly becomes harder to break down. You know, we have very few opportunities in the last few games, or Burnley. We probably had 3, 4. I think we had 6 shots on target out of that, or something stupid like that. And it's because of the fact that we're now having to shoot from further out. We're getting blocked on our shots because of the fact that it's so cramped. So I think the plan B for me would be I would be looking at Firmino instead of Firmino. But we know the stubbornness of Klopp with regards to Bobby because of how good he believes he is. But I think the plan B would be, why not back Reece Williams? Reece Williams was unbelievable against Spurs. Why not back him? And now Matip's back. Play Reece Williams and Matip. Allow Fabinho and Henderson to go back in the middle of the pitch. And play with Thiago. Again, I know this is for later on, and I'll talk about my Thiago feelings later on. That bit comes up. But that's what my plan B would be. Is as you've said, trust the young centre backs. I don't understand why he's not. I think there's two reasons probably why he's not trusting Phillips. Because I know Vince made a good point about why is he not trusting them. Phillips is very much, and I know we spoke last time about how both those centre backs hinder our play slightly, because Phillips is very much a defender, not a ball player. So that hinders us probably a little bit there. But I think in the grand scheme of things, it would help us further up the pitch. Reece Williams again is not as good a defender, a better ball player. But I think if I was Williams and Phillips now, would you not be sat there going, obviously I'm clearly not good enough if we're having to put our two best midfielders back there, you know? So that's what I'd say. Our plan B the plan B would clearly be Minamino instead of Firmino and play our young centre backs so we can push everyone back into midfield. Why he's not doing that, it baffles me. But obviously,
yeah.
I think Jurgen Klopp we trust.
Yeah, you've said it. I think, and I think we've shared a lot of the same sentiments here. And I think one of the reasons is he's actually doing all right currently with playing Fabinho at the back. If you look at it, even though we've dropped points, we haven't let in a lot of goals, and they were just we just got caught. We just got caught with those goals, and you know, but then again, that just meant that instead of 3 points, we would have had like 5 points out of 15. Still, I guess that the issue is front three. We'll come to the front three later, but it is perplexing that why is he not having the faith in the young centre backs? You know, why does he, of course, Reece Williams, we know it's a speed factor, all right? The speed factor. So he's worried he's going to get caught. He's going to get caught there. But why not Nathaniel Phillips, right? Why not? Like looking at the results in the end of the day, kind of like we would have slept easy, a bit more easy if we knew that you know, we played junior centre backs, right? So anybody wanna take this? Maybe Satya, your thoughts? Yeah, you're on mute, mate. You're on mute.
Sorry,
Satya,
guys. Sorry. Okay. Now, I'm totally in agreement with Ben with regards to the fact that it's time for Klopp to trust our young centre backs. Okay, and ever post Van Dijk, all right, the centre backs were doing very well. All right, we did. Yes, we were winning 1-0, but we did not let in much goals. All right, and as a result of that, the likes of Henderson were able to play in midfield. Today, you're having the likes of Matip, who's back fit, God knows for how many games some more. All right, partner him with any one of the centre backs. You have the luxury of having Fabinho, Henderson, all right, to be back in midfield, to anchor the midfield. This is one of the reasons why we have been pressing high. Van Dijk has been pressing high almost most of the time because the pressing is done anyway up front itself. All right, the very fact that we do not have the pressing place right in the front three and also the mid, the ball comes back to the defense, so you have to start building up from there. Last 2 seasons, if you all would have realized, you see how high Van Dijk would have played. And it's always been and likewise I was saying, it's always been the traditional 4-3-3. It is too predictable. They know, cut off our win backs, there goes the game. All right? So it's time for us to have some form of variation in how we play. All right?
Variation in how we play. Okay.
Yes. Not in the same form of 4-3-3, where I think even you put a championship team, also they will know that Liverpool is going to play 4-3-3. It's just a matter of who is going to tweak.
Yeah, I think we saw it in the same FA Cup tie versus Villa because they held us for 50 minutes.
Correct.
You know, the young boys held us for 50 minutes because they knew what we were going to do. And
so the front three and the back four is fixed. It's only the middle that they tweak. All right. How much of a variation is that? All right. So I think as much as Klopp have his philosophy very close to him, I think it's time for him to relook and revisit his own philosophy because it's too predictable. Team knows how we play. All right. When you know your knows how we play and you're going to do the same thing again and again and again, it's not going to yield you any results. You're going back to square one. All right. So that's my take on that. So totally in agreement to Ben. All right. Heaven's sake, bring in the likes of Williams or Phillips as a form of in the form of it's a good exposure for them because this in the absence of Van Dijk and Gomez, these two guys came on board. All right. So if Van Dijk and Gomez would have been fit, we would not. These guys would not even have got a chance. All right. Make use of them. Capitalize on their talent. Experience will come along the way.
Okay.
Push Anderson and Fabinho in midfield. I believe we can start getting back the results.
So I just want to go to maybe Puva here. So it's stated here by Boniface. Boniface, who's always watching us. Thanks for watching again today. Nat was bullied by Newcastle the last time he was playing. They pushed him, with the passes and so on. And do you think that this is one of the reasons, even though he is an out and out centre back, but do you guys think that maybe this is the reason why Klopp doesn't want to play him? Because Fabinho doesn't get bullied, right? Hendo playing centre back doesn't get bullied. But do you think that is why, in terms of being seen as convincing, is that the reason why he rather not play Phillips and Reece Williams?
Could be a reason because but end of the day Jurgen Klopp should look back whenever he played both Nat Phillips or even Reece Williams in couple of matches. I remember against Sheffield United, I think Nat Phillips started the game away to Atalanta, a very important tough match. I think Reece Williams started alongside Matip. I think Jurgen Klopp should look back at all those games, and the fact remains that we undefeated whenever both Reece Williams or Nat Phillips played in the centre back position. It's a perfect record whenever they played. It's not even a draw. We won every single game whenever these two started a game alongside Matip or Fabinho. Yes, our friend here spot on. And Phillips was bullied by Newcastle the last time. Yes, he got bullied. Yes, but we never lost. We had plenty of position to win the game. The thing is, we can't expect perfect gameplay from our defenders because we have already lost our two centre backs at the moment. We can't expect perfection from them, but we can see the effort from them. I totally in agreement with both Ben and Satya here. Klopp should revisit uh, uh, his game plan and everything because it's becoming too predictable. We can see from where we start our attack, our gameplay. It always goes to Robertson, and Robertson tried to find Mane, and Mane tried to dribble past the right back of our opponents, tried to cross. Things not working at all. Things not working at all. We need our starters in midfield, especially Fabinho, in my opinion, to anchor the midfield. And I think Thiago should be moved further higher in the midfield. I think if Jurgen Klopp tries that, probably things will get back to normal. But I do agree that it could be the reason why Jurgen Klopp probably having his doubts back on both Nat Phillips and Reece Williams. Even we clearly remember against Aston Villa under 18 in FA Cup, even though it happened only once and it resulted in the goal for Aston Villa, but we can see the guy who scored against us, he dribbled past Reece Williams just like that. It was too easy for him. It was too easy for him. So Jurgen Klopp probably would have thought maybe against teams like Burnley, physically always strong, and we know what they're gonna do all the time. They will always try to win the second ball, the long balls. They will play. Maybe the likes of Reece Williams would struggle. I understand. Probably that could be the reason why Jurgen Klopp not starting both of them. But I think at the moment, I don't think conceding a goal should be a priority. We can concede a goal. I think we should forget about clean sheets this season. I don't mind we concede one, but we have to score two or three. End of the day, it gives you 3 points. It gives you 3 points, and that's up to our front three as well. That's another problem we are having at the moment. I don't know whether it's down to the confidence. I don't know what's going on, but
We'll come to the front three and have a feast after
yep,
this.
yep.
We'll
But
come
I
to the
think
front three.
eventually, before we're talking about the front three, I think if the midfield sorted, like Fabinho back to midfield, and then we have Thiago who could play as a number six or further higher in the midfield, alongside Anderson. I think Genie is there. Keita probably would be back. I don't know when, but yeah, we have options. We have Ox as well. Who can see the thing is we are not in that worst possible situation right now. Just the result not going our way. End of the day, it's down to few reasons, and I think one of the reason is because we using our midfielders as our center back, which end of the day proves to be really costly so far because we have already trailing by 6 points. So yep, I agree with our friend here who commented. Probably from if you ask Klopp, probably that's the answer Klopp could give us. See, if let's say if we have started Reece Williams and then the result remains the same, we would be asking him, why you never start Anderson the centre back? It's always
Exactly.
the case, you know. It's always
Exactly.
the case. It's always the case.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let's go to. I've got a.
I think Ben wanted to say something.
Yeah. Ben. Do you want to add? All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let. You're on mute, mate. You're on mute.
My bad. Sorry about that. Just say, I think one of the other reasons why Ben is playing young, and again, as Mark was come out, alluded to it in his interview after Burnley about how he keeps presenting centre back options to FSG, Mike Edwards, and saying these are the guys I think we should be signing, but they're not there. And the fact that they're valued for money, but you know FSG and Mike Edwards are all about getting deals. You think potentially the other reason why he's sitting going, well, I don't have the resources. I'm going to keep playing midfielders here. We don't have centre back. He's trying to prove a point. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but part of me is probably thinking, is he playing midfielders there to be like, it was so clearly obvious I need firm by centre back. You need to buy one. If you don't give me the money or resources to do that, you have to. You know, I think that's what the part of it. I'd like to think it's probably not him being that second, but I reckon it's be part of it. He hit it for the first time in a long time.
Ben, your mic's a bit unclear, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
Microphone. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a bit better now.
Yeah, I just think it's to do with that. He potentially is trying to prove a point that he needs. And he's saying, I need a centre back. And he's sort of showed his frustration with the owners.
Yeah. About that, I'm just gonna ask a bit of a question here. We kind of know the answer, but do we and will we get a? Do we need and will we actually try to get a centre back by the end of the window? Let's get from Dr. Jeef here.
So guys, basically, I have a different opinion for comparatively to all the other panels. So you see, as what Ben said, we are doing quite well defensively, all right, and we just have to understand the current situation is just not one because of defense. It's a collective problem of our wing backs not performing up to level. We had Trent Alexander's form go down drastically. We had our two centre backs, whichever pairing he did, and Fabinho is probably, as what they said, is probably one of the best holding midfielders in the game right now. Was doing an excellent job, right? But we have a non-functioning front three. But the problem with the front three is, I don't think so is non-functioning as a whole. But we'll get to that at the later stage of the talk. But in our defense, we have to admit that now that since Robertson has been improving his games, Trent has been having a bad few games. and you can't blame him too, because he's young and he's been playing games of his life, and coming with impressive with his goals, and also with impressive these people who passed before the goals. Right, last season both of them were top defenders with assists. So we see the problem now that the wing backs are not performing as well. So it's a collective thing. And now when you bring Fabinho down to centre back, they're doing well. Alisson saved us a couple of times the last couple of games, right? So the defense are doing all they can to plug the problem of something that has never happened to Liverpool for a long time, where we had both our centre backs, probably three or four of our centre backs going off, and due to injury. So they're doing quite well overall, but it's the wing backs that's not performing right now. And now you bring Fabinho out of the midfield. You don't have a person like Henderson, or the engine of the midfield is not the same. We need a person like Henderson. We need a person who's a serial winner like Milner, who will come in and give the couple of 30 minutes, and they will push the ball ahead to the front three. And the front three is a whole new discussion altogether, including with our Firmino. So we have to talk about that, but at a later stage of our session. But now coming back to the defense again, I told you it's a collective problem. It's not just one place. It's all of them working as a team. Oh yes, we always think and we always suggest that Klopp will change his ways. Satya, unfortunately he won't change. We all know that this Jurgen Klopp is in Liverpool because he's a tinkering master. He's adjusting to what he has. He's doing very well at what he's done. I don't think so. No top team in Europe would have survived without their two best or three best defenders. He's doing well, but the problem is it's a collective problem, because Jurgen Klopp his philosophy is it's a team effort. It's a team defense. They defend right from the front, right? So it's not just down to one person. But saying that, I think that he should allow Nathan Phillips, because I've seen him a couple of times. Ryan Williams is okay, but as what our commentator said just now, that people tend to his speed is just not there. He's not there, right? But I think putting Henderson in the middle, bringing Milner, a serial winner with his energy, coming in, and with Thiago in there, I think they should do well. I think this Kita and also Ox. I think they're going to take at least 6 months, or at least a role of at least 6 games to come back to the form they were before. They're just not the same. And Origi too. They're not just up to par. That's my opinion of the current.
All right. Okay, thanks. I just there's a few shout outs here that we need to make. Coincidentally, with what Dr. Jeev has said, just a quick shout out here from Syed Faris from Singapore. Thanks for watching, mate. They run the Napshot Studio, a similar talk show over there, and they run the Code Red, the Liverpool talk show from Napshot. Thanks for watching in. He goes and says, yeah, Nat and Matip should play at the back, Robo, Neko running the flanks, Fabi, Hendo, and Thiago in the center, Mane, Ricky, and Chuck. Hey, save this for our lineup selection later, mate. What's going on? But the Puma is really scratching his head on that Origi bit. And then on to what Dr. Jeev said here, Faris says that Milner should never be part of a tactic. Never be part of a tactic. If he's not part of a tactic, then why do we need him? Yeah, of course, he's got to be some part of a plan, a game plan, right? Maybe. Thanks for watching. Keep it coming, you guys. Lee Cho, ouch. Maybe top 4 is the best target now. Ouch. I felt that. That hurts. That hurts. We've got Tanabal. Thanks again for watching. Last 2 years, we've been the team to beat opposition, and we made lots of research on us. Now it's time for us to counter react to that. Klopp and Pep has homework to be done. I think Pep probably had enough time not winning silverware like us and done his homework. So I think it's us. Jagan, Thiago don't have a good partner. We'll come to Thiago later. We've got a topic on Thiago later. We'll come to that. Kishan's got a good perspective here. Klopp facing the same problem he had in the last season, Dortmund, right? Is that the same thing that's happening over here? I really don't know. Let's go to Hidayat. Hidayat,
Yeah,
what should Hidayat and Dave? Let's go Hidayat first. What should Plan B and C look like then?
yeah. I think we are in need of a plan B right now because at the moment, everything is not seems according to the plan, to the initial plan. And my plan B would be probably, reshuffle the team. Enough of playing rigid 4-3-3. We can maybe, yeah, using other tactics because we got enough players, especially in midfield. And as for the defense, I think, yeah, as for me, I'm a coach as well. I would prefer an out and out defender comparing to like a dependable replacement for a current defender, which means I would prefer Nat or even Rice playing at the center of the back comparing to Ando and Fabinho. Not by forgetting what they've done, but they're capable and very dependable there. But at the moment, current situation, we are in dire needs of playing our own game back again. Okay, and then we need those best players at their own respective position. And I think we should get Fabinho and Henderson back in the middle of the park and start ignite our engine again. And then maybe that's when our front will get back on the score sheet.
Okay, okay, all right. Dave, the comment here from Brian. Trent has struggled with COVID after effects, concentration, physicality is suffering. It is very, very apparent. And according to Ben, it's snowing like mad there in the UK. So I guess those who suffered from COVID being a lung disease, it's not really going to be helpful there. And I suppose one of the reasons where, yeah, but we've given him that, but he's got to be passing the fitness tests to be able to perform. And the towering presence of Matip and Virgil, which crosses defensively and offensively. Uh, I think in the last game we spoke about this. I think briefly that I think Trent had the best game over the last 6 games against Burnley. He kind of had better footballing sense, game sense, positioning was better. Didn't lose the ball as much. Still going, running back a bit slow, but that's what we expect with Trent. Diagonal crosses from end to end. But it's just that final cross was not there. Final cross was like shoulder height final crosses, and we don't have towering forwards, and you can't even get the right crosses in. So we've always said that once Trent starts coming back to good value, is going to really help the solution there. Is he part of that plan B or C? Do you think, Dave, it's probably time to since Klopp is happily settling for makeshift Fabinho in defense? Do you think that maybe it's time to play a different strategy, play a 4-4-2, maybe put Neko at the back, move Trent up to right midfield? He can't run back. He's not going to run back and defend. He can't do that anymore. He's suffering the COVID after effects. Everyone knows this. So do you think it's enough for him to just play halfway, play the right midfield role? Would that be better? Would you do something like that? Is that the solution?
No, I'll just touch on something on of all this. In a way, actually, we can learn a valuable lesson from what actually Pep Guardiola gone through last season. The man actually has a proof that he should just stick to his principles, not panic, bet on his his key players to deliver the goods. In some ways, was this not inevitable? It was at least predictable. The COVID or the pandemic is another factor. But when you reflect on it from that perspective, we shouldn't be surprised that Liverpool actually hit have hit a wall. The team looks mentally fried and lacking in ideas. The effort is still there. But it's just not clicking. The rhythm that used to be so synonymous with the team's games has just vanished. There are echoes of last season's Man City team. If you guys actually remember, Pep Guardiola mob ran into the last season on the back of the wire title race. In which he just pipped Klopp's. Our team at the finish. It took an extraordinary effort for him to get 98 points, 18 wins from that final 19 games. A true champion's effort to get over the line against almighty contender. See, he just stick to his plan, his principles. He just got off his players up and running. The following season, we know what happened. We just know what happened. That season just drained everything out of Guardiola's and his squad. All of a sudden, 1920 rolled again. City looked absolutely brittle. The squad looked touched in. They had no ideas. They were like went from a Maverick to a Mona in a blink of summer. So they got off a rough start. But you see what happened there. He didn't even make any changes. He just added a few additions into the team, and he got off just right behind Liverpool. But of course, it was like 17, 18 points off. But coming into the season, now comes to the rebuild. There are a lot of supporters and reporters cried something needs to change, but City didn't panic. Guardiola did not bolt for the door. Contrary on the months of he just, as I said, people said that he will go to Barcelona, this and that. He's going to Juventus, but he did not get that into mind. See, what I'm trying to say here, Klopp does not need to have all these inputs, informations, or he doesn't need to have all these negativity coming into the team, and he just should stick to his plan and get all these boys up and running as soon as possible. Right now, or right today.
Okay.
This is the time.
Yeah, I take my chances going to Old Trafford and playing a young team, and then handling the banter tomorrow post result is going to be a lot more easier, irrespective of the result tomorrow.
We actually spoke about this in a few shows as well. There's a tweak that needed. He needs to take a little risk. I think everyone agrees with this. He needs to take a little risk getting these young boys. Just get Reece Williams or Nat Phillips alongside Matip. Push push Fabinho into the mid. Play Thiago Alcantara, like you said, further up, and Gini or Ox. It would actually work. Why not? And get Taki
and play and
The problem is this guy's not fit. He's not match fit. Joel Matip, they call him the two match Matip. He can't play more than 2 matches in a row.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
He's probably having a back problem that no one is talking about. And usually the players, they do have this underlying injuries that they carry along. But we can see all these things like putting Van Dijk back. It's not going to happen. Jurgen Klopp is not going to come out with a not 4-3-3. I guarantee you he's going to come with a 4-3-3 this current match. 4-3-3, guaranteed. And I'm betting you he'll put the same team in front and he'll put the front three again. He will put the front three again and he will stick with Bobby Firmino. And everyone will give him shade for it, but he will take it. He that's what he does. And you got to see Arun's message over there too. That there's no signings too. You see, and Jurgen Klopp will just take it on his chin and he will just move on. And he will put the front three, the same front three he's been working on, unless he gets Jota back. And
Jota, I heard about Salah starting as well. Yes.
Then he'll move. But he's not going to bring Minamino in. He's not going to bring Origi in. He's not going to bring Shaq in. He's just going to put his same three, and if Henderson is up and going and he's not injured, Henderson will start today. Henderson will start today. Thiago will start today, and it'll be Guinea Wijnaldum in the middle of the field. It'll be back 4-4-3-3.
The common
Okay.
team.
Okay.
The
All
common
right.
team.
All right. I think I think we're kind of although I thought there's a few different opinions here. Thank the panel for the opinions in the comments. Um, but I do be I think it all surrounds how we really can't control Klopp. And on to Arun's comment here is I think that there's been a lot of criticism on what Klopp has been saying, but you've been seeing only snippets of it, and it's not in context. I think if you look at what he said in context, he's paying a lot of respect to the owners, and I think he's just trying to send the message of how harder it is for him to do his job right now in the current situation. But I think what we don't really get is why does he not want to play a different formation? Is the 4-4-2 football from the 90s that is not valid anymore today? You know, like what is it? What are we not missing, right? So I mean, what are we missing? Because we don't seem to be getting what's going on here. And if you look at yeah, sorry, Ben.
No, I was just going to say he had. I mean, we've been a bit unfair on him. He actually has played a different formation in the last 3 years. Admittedly, for a short period of time, we actually played 4-2-3-1 for a period of time last
yes,
year.
yes,
We
yes.
went to Palace and played 4-2-3-1 with Salah up top. Where we played Firmino, Mane, and I think it was I can't remember who played out wide right, but Salah played up top. And we actually played that formation for a period of time. So don't get me wrong, he does stick to 4-3-3, but he has got that in the bank and has shown willingness to play it. I mean, I think it did limit us a little bit. I think we weren't as what's the word? I think we weren't as solid as we were at 4-3-3. 4-3-3 has definitely been our best formation, but we have played 4-2-3-1 beforehand. And I mean, I'd like to see him try it again. And it was
Yep.
Firmino came in from Salzburg as a right-sided forward man, or guy who could play on the right side. So it would actually suit that player there. It would break that front three up to make it a front four, and it would suit actually when Josh against City. We played 4-2-3-1 when that happened as well. So I think he has shown a willingness to do it, but whether or not he feels he's got the players informed to do it is another matter.
Yep. Okay. I think we have seen him do it a few times. Like we were just having a casual chat yesterday with some of the guys here, and we didn't beat the Barca comeback was certainly not a 4-3-3. And that's where when you play Origi, when you give him that role where he's really right there up front, he can do a bit more effectiveness. In the kind of plays that he has. So coming to that, our front three. So why I've said front three here, because I've pretty much seen 3 different front threes. So I've said it front three. Nonetheless, I think what we've had like I don't even know if we've had 9 shots on target over the last how many games. So here we go. Everybody who's watching, front three. Unleash the dogs. What do you guys have to say about this, Puva?
I'm wondering why me first.
Sounds like Balotelli. Why always me?
Because you need to tell not me, everybody, the panel and everyone watching, how you felt when Origi hit the bar the other day.
I was
The
confident
best
you're gonna miss
attempt
that.
over 6 games.
I was very confident you're gonna miss that chance, and he did. And he did.
He proved you right.
I think the front three. I think we got to judge based on. I started to think about these front three objectively, and I think we need to look at the look at the perspective. Like we have to look back at the front three, the other front three that fared in the Premier League or even in other leagues. We gotta look at the front threes, the famous front threes. Uh, we can talk about the front three. In my opinion, the best I have seen in my lifetime is the front three of Barca. Messi, Suarez, Neymar, they lasted 2 years plus at top. I know Neymar left, but at top of their game, they lasted for 2.5 years only. And look at the front three in Premier League. Drogba, Duff, and Robben. I think from 2004 to 2006, who played for Chelsea, they lasted less than 3 years. I know people left and new players joined, but we're looking at the front threes that made their name in the Premier League. And we can look at the front three of United, the Ronaldo Rooney Tevez. I think the 2008, 3 years. I think we are talking about our front three for almost four. I think they are reaching their fourth year together. Salah is 29 this year, Mane is 29 this year, Firmino is 30 this year. Age factor wise, I think we got to be fair to them. Probably they have reached their level already, and it's time to look for our next front three already. I think that's the reason why Jurgen Klopp brought in Jota. I think once Jota came in, I think Ben was right. I think Klopp not always played 4-3-3. I think when Jota came in, I think he started to play 4-2-3-1, and few games he actually played 4-2-4 with only
Mm.
two midfielders.
Yep.
against
So
City.
Jota actually gave different dimension to our attack. I think we can't be expecting some. I think Firmino is done. I think we can't expect more from him. Love the fella, love whatever he did for us. I think he was going through such criticism without scoring a goal, and then boom, that winner against Spurs. That guy is all about that. You know, he will be going through a rough patch, and then he will score one important goals. You know, that's what Firmino is. The frustrating part from my point of view is Salah. Salah's form. See, we see Salah as our best finisher in in our team, because end of the day, goals and statistics speaks for it. Statistic wise, he is the one with most goals and assists. We're talking about assists as well. Credit should be given to Salah. I'm not a Salah fan. I'm a Mane fan, but I have to admit that statistically he's the best we have in our team right now. But can we all agree that for the past 6-7 matches, ever since the rumors came in, like he is unhappy, he wanted the captaincy, blah blah, he wants to leave to Real Madrid. Ever since that, things not going well to him at all. We can see from his body language at the. I mean, people talking about Luke Shaw having a one hell of a match against us. Trust me, I think if we played against Fulham, I think we have already played against Fulham. I think Fulham shut Salah up as well. Their left back deserve a man of the match as well. Whoever played against Salah right now, they would be having one hell of a game. It's not that their left back is very good or they are improved. Salah's forms dropped massively.
So let
Yes,
me
we
let,
can talk.
let me
We can
let me
speak.
let me just let me just take from where Puva is talking right now. Let me go to the other money fan here, which is Hidayat. Do you agree with Puva there? Do you share the same thing, or are you a bit less critical on Salah?
Yeah, I agree with Puva, because even me myself have been talking about the Salah saga in recent episodes. Because actually, yes, the best striker in our team right now is having, I don't know, is it personnel or maybe it's just in the pitch problems, because he's not been at his best, and we've seen different Salah in recent weeks. And yes, clearly from his body language, is like, to me, lah, I can see that he's not that happy. I don't know why, but to be fair, yes, I just came to acknowledge what Puva just said. Age factor is kicking in. Yes, strikers at 30s, most of them has been, yeah, past their best, maybe most of them. Not to mention Cristiano. Uh, but yeah, strikers win us games, and yes, currently I'm very concerned about this misfiring front three, because We've been relying on them for the past 3 years. They put us where we are now. They even warned the world that we are a fierce team and should be taken good care of. And at the moment, yeah, I can agree. Yes, club should not be taking the panic button just yet, but yeah, maybe time will tell. We as fans as well must put a bit more of a uh, what we call patience, and let's see how it goes in the next few games. We hope we come back scoring again at first.
Yep.
Let alone winning games. Let alone winning games. Scoring first. The scoring scoring win you games
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Even though
I think
defenders
I
will
think
be
Puba
tired.
had something else to add. Yeah, Puba, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. Wah.
Yeah, the problem is scoring. We at this rate, I'm wondering when we actually will score. I hope today, because I hope today. I think Salah's going starting the game today, as per reports, and I assume it's going to be a decent, strong team from our end, which means we're actually taking FA Cup seriously. Okay, so which is that's one positive I take from that.
Just so everyone watching out there, Puba at the beginning of the season was all about us going for an FA Cup and making it number 8, right? Going one above
Yep,
Arsene Wenger's 7 on his
yep,
own. So,
yep.
we've
We need
been
to
very
do one.
critical
We need
on the need. Yeah, so yeah, go on, Puba.
we need to do one better than Arsene Wenger, and we need for the eighth time. So if Jurgen Klopp takes the FA Cup seriously, which I believe he is, uh, because the next game is in 4 days time. I think it's Friday, Thursday night, 4 or 5 days time. So I no excuse, but I really hope Minamino starts. I really hope Minamino starts. Doesn't matter Salah starts or not, but I really hope the guy deserves to play. See, someone who gone through 1 year without scoring, and he scored against Crystal Palace, his first ever Premier League goal. He is growing in confidence, and then he didn't get a single minute in the Premier League until the substitution against Burnley. That's frustrating, really frustrating. You know that your best player not playing well. You take him out at 90th minute, give someone chance for 3 minutes, and end up the person not getting anything for the 3 minutes. He didn't even touch the ball. I'm talking about Shaqiri against Newcastle. You throw in Shaqiri for Salah at 90th minute, and Salah was having one off day. We know that he had chances to score, three very good chances. Okay, I don't know what else Minamino has to do to prove himself. End of the day, people can say that he's not good enough. I disagree with that. When you not give him chance, how you can say that it's not good enough? How much chances he actually was given so far under Jurgen Klopp? Yes, we know that Jurgen Klopp is stubborn. I think I totally agree with our doctor here. No matter, no matter how long we gonna talk here about, we give our suggestion, opinion. Jurgen Klopp should play this, play that. End of the day, he gonna play 4-3-3. That's what gonna happen tonight. But why not? You change little bit. Okay, you stick with 4-3-3. I don't mind. You stick with 4-3-3. But give the players who are having a off game for the last couple of weeks. I think for a month. I think the last game I really enjoyed was the game against Spurs. That's
Yeah.
the last game I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yes, the Crystal Palace game. I know that whatever we attempted turned into goal. I understand. Don't count that game, but the Spurs game, despite the scoreline were only narrow 2-1, we were all over Spurs. We
Yeah.
played really well. And Jurgen Klopp didn't make a
Exactly.
single substitution. If that
Exactly.
game ended 1-1, we wouldn't be complaining much actually, because the front three was playing very well.
Yep.
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 True,
Yep.
So
true.
that's the case. When they were not playing well, do changes, man. Do your work. Do your work.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go to Ben. Did Ben just drop off? I think yeah. I just
Yeah.
want to go to Ben. If it's not Ben, I wanted to go. Is he back? Is he back? Yeah, Ben. Ben's back.
Sorry,
Hey, Ben.
I don't know
No
how, I
worries,
don't
Ben.
know what happened there.
No worries. I just wanted to say, would you start Minamino tonight?
Yeah, I would. And a plain and simple thing is I think, as I said, Bobby Firmino just looks completely shot of confidence. I know there was the whole argument about Klopp going, what he does for the team is brilliant, and it's not seen. I completely agree with that. I think I've actually tried to spend games watching what he does, and I agree he does a lot more for the team than just goals. However, when we played United at Anfield, he had three huge opportunities, which he butchered two of them. All three of them, sorry, and the other one of them he actually butchered. He had Robertson in about 45 yards of space, about 18 yards out. And had he slid the ball left rather than take the shot on, which was a harder option, he might have scored. He also just against Burnley, some of his attempts just look like a guy who just doesn't know how to kick a football at the moment. So I think take him out of the firing line. He's getting a lot of space. Give Minamino a go. Why not? I think you could twist it several ways that he's resting him for the Spurs game, but I think it would just give something else, another dimension. Because United probably have set up, done a lot of their analysis expecting Firmino to play.
Did we just lose Ben again there? I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, okay, go. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I think I'd go Minamino, Salah, Mane.
Minamino, Salah, Mane. Satya, our friend Syed Faris here from Singapore across the border saying that Minamino should not start. Why? If he doesn't start in a competition that has no merit anymore in England in terms of meaning, except being prestigious and old and traditional, if he doesn't start in this kind of matches, Syed Faris, when should he start? Satya, what do you think?
All right. I think as a strikers, all right, goals is their bread and butter. They need confidence. All they need is score one, and they'll get the confidence. So to me, is regardless who are the front three. All right. I mean, it can be anybody for the matter of fact. But if you look at Klopp's philosophy, the front man is always the most key guy, which is Firmino. Firmino presses right from the start. So that's how the whole teams build up and play defensively. So Minamino has a similar way of how Firmino plays. Of course, not to Firmino's standard, but given the time and also the some airtime and also game time as well, I'm very sure he will make it. As to whether he's the right person, I'm not sure. All right, I'm not going to give an answer as to whether Minamino should start or not. But if you ask me whether Salah should be replaced and Minamino comes in, why not? I think we have spoken for quite some time about Salah's form. All right, his game, I'm not sure, probably as how the team moves, he's just not moving in. All right, and he's losing a lot of balls unnecessarily. The body language is quite obvious that his focus is not there. All right, I might be wrong. All right, but this is how Salah is going to play. I'm not sure whether the team will go far or not. The players on form is Firmino and Mane. Firmino is not a scorer and neither is he a finisher, but he does the donkey job for the two strikers, if you realize, because he disturbs the front man, he does the opening, and he has the deft touches to the both of them. You will not be surprised to see why Salah is the top scorer today. Somebody comes and says, if you're saying that Salah is not performing well, all right, but the stats shows otherwise he's the top scorer. Yes, who's giving him all the assists? Who does the opening for him? If you're playing on the far right and you're cutting to your left because you're a left footer, somebody is doing the donkey job for you. All right. So you can't hang on to the same pattern or same way where your opening can just really
I like to just take you on there, Satya. You're saying that and it's always been quite obvious that Salah will always be effective when half the work's done for him. Okay, he'll nail it when half the work's done for him. That's his style of play. If you're asking him to take the ball and create chances like something like what a Messi or somebody, Dennis Bergkamp would do that. So that's just not him. So I just want to I just wanted to say, but because he's not getting all those chances, is that because Bobby is off form? Said Fares here goes on to say, Origi was taken off for an off form Bobby. So there are clues that Bobby is currently off form. But of course, but Bobby is not meant to score goals. We all know that, right? He's not meant to score goals. He's meant to create problems
Yep.
for any team's back four. He's supposed to be creating problems, but he seems to be trying to charge at the goal. He seems to be trying to put the ball at the back of the net. He's taking it upon himself to do it. So why is that? Because here there's a view that he's actually not on form in that aspect.
No, the question comes back is do we need uh, for him to score in the first place? All right. You know, there was a jinx last season where he doesn't score at home, but he only scores away.
Yep.
All right. And so much so, one day when he scored at home, I think he was just flying high. All right. So if you ask me, the very fact that he presses, it is okay. He doesn't give me the goal. The pressing makes a difference because he's the number one person.
But is his pressing at the current moment effective enough in your view of the last few matches?
Be mindful. This Gegen pressing, right? Klopp is actually introduced. It is not a one-man pressing. When one press, the others have to follow suit. Now the question is the discipline that there was discipline when the likes of Fabinho and Henderson were all there because you could rely the composure and calmness of Van Dijk behind. Today we no longer have the calmness and the composure behind. Hence, it is something light in midfield. We are no longer as heavyweight like how we used to be. So the whole pressing, I think from where I picked up from Dr. G, when he said collectively, I think it's as a whole. It is breaking up somewhere because we are not going in together. Hence the break.
Yeah, it's totally right what he's saying. It's a team effort, and now the team is going through tinkering. You have Henderson, who's always been the horse. Henderson, in his prime, won us both their trophies. In the prime, he took England. He was a captain of England. He is not here for the last few games. He's either here or he's playing last man or he's playing around, but he's not playing where in the middle of the park where he excels in. So we miss that. And we also have to admit, although I'm a big Bobby Firmino fan, we have to admit there has been a drop of level, right? And yes, Satya, we're not, he's not there to score us goals, but he's the link up. So rather than having a number nine, Bobby Firmino as our striker, we have two strikers. We have Sadio Mane and we have Mohamed Salah, and their expertise is when we are on a counter attack or a break, like we had in the last game. Salah broke. Usually, when they counter attack, Salah and Mane are uncatchable. But somehow, some way, the last few games, they're not getting it done. It's 1-to-1. They're taking on players, they're getting it in, but the last touch is just not there. Yes, that happens when you get tired. That happens when you have a tinkering of the team. That happens when your midfield has changed altogether. The only guy that's been there all throughout the seasons is Guinea Wijnaldum, right? The rest of the two have been changing. And now we have the occurrence of Thiago coming in, which we will talk at a later stage. But we got to say, although despite saying all of that, the levels have dropped for Bobby Firmino. Sometimes he just disappears in the game. And it was okay last time when you had like, I beg to differ this Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is known for a person who can bring the magic. In his first year when he came in, when he scored that 20, 30 goals in the Premier League, and the second season he came in, he was that guy that everyone knew that was going to score a goal. He'll come up with the magic. But nowadays, he's not the same guy. He's not the guy who scores to 20 goals, 30 goals. They are doing a collective job. That means it's either Naby Keita comes in with a few goals. We had a few important goals scored by Origi, a few goals here and there, and then we have the two strikers Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah coming in with a regular 13, 14 goals. But this season is little different. They're changing it around. We have Trent Alexander not performing that well. We don't have getting balls coming in the middle from the flanks. So it's a collective thing altogether. But there is definitely a drop of form. from Bobby Firmino. He was like this before too. He wasn't the guy who getting us the goals, yeah, but he used to open up, and when we used to break so quick that no one could catch Salah or Mane. No one. And on the left, Mane was so fast. This time we had a chance. We had two chances, if I'm not mistaken, the last two matches. One on one, they broke, but they couldn't, put it back in the net. So I think it's a collective thing. And
Okay.
I don't think it's going to change. Mina, you can talk all about him. But maybe today, because it's a FA match, it's not a league match. Yeah, he might give other people a chance. Yes, he might change it a little bit. But if you put him in a Premier League game, he's not going to change.
Okay, okay. Let's go to Hidayat before we end this front three topic with the Hidayat. I really need you to be objective here. We need to bring. I think there is mixed sentiment still, but because the topic was do we start Mina? So let's assume we start Mina, and let's assume we need a fresh front three, and we have to give Mane and Salah a break here. So because you are the Mane fan here, if you were to rest Mane today, who would you bring in place?
Yeah, definitely Minamino, or even maybe again
No.
Shark.
Let's say Mina is there. Let's say Mina is there in for Bobby. Example. Let's say Mina is
Okay.
in for Bobby. So Salah and Mane. So let's go to Mane. So who would you replace Mane with today?
I think I'll bring in Shark again because yeah, he's been in the team for the past few games, and I think he's doing okay, even though he's a bit slower these days. And maybe giving Ox some run out.
Ox. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd go with Ox, Mina, and Shaq.
Shark.
Okay. Okay. All right. Dave, on to you before we move on to the Magic Man Alcantara.
What, the front three?
Yeah. Who would you go very quickly? Who would you go?
As what reported today, Salah will start. I'll go for Minamino and Minamino, Salah, and Mane probably.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you still I want you to let go of Mane and Salah. So who would you bring that in? Yeah.
Besides them,
Yeah.
definitely Op, Shaqiri, and Taki.
Ox, huh? So everyone seems to be thinking that this is the effective three that's going to do us some wonders here. I think a lot earlier, I think there was a comment like, why are we not shooting from outside the box? That question earlier. Why are we not shooting from outside the box? So I don't know why. Ox, you're supposed to be doing that, right? You made like your electrifying presence known by doing all those unthinkable shots, but you're not doing it. So any other view, or whether, let's say it's not Ox. Let's say it's not Ox here. Puva, who would you go with? Let's say no. Let's say it is Shaq. It is Taki. Who's the other one?
Definitely Origi. That's what Jurgen Klopp gonna do. He obsessed with Origi. I have a strong feeling that Salah will start at the right wing, Origi left, and Minamino middle. I think that's what gonna happen today. If he decided to rest Mane, I think that's what gonna happen because yes, Ox is a possibility there, but I think Ox we should all agree that is he always prefer to play the middle of the park in midfield in attacking position. I think that's one of the reasons why he couldn't give his best at Arsenal days. He always wants to play at midfield, but Wenger kept on playing him on the flanks at the attacking position. It didn't work. I think his earlier stage of his Liverpool career, we have seen his best. Prior to his injury, he's capable of that. The long shots from the outside. He always wants to be Steven Gerrard. He has mentioned it couple of times. Okay, is having a problem. After injuries, is not gaining back his form. But I think Ox is a possibility today but I don't have much hope on Ox playing as front three man. To be very honest, but
I
knowing
know.
Klopp,
You
knowing
you
Klopp,
think, you think he should play right behind the front three,
yep,
just behind them,
yep,
right?
yep,
That seems to
yes.
be. But in order for that to happen, Klopp cannot play 4-3-3. He's still gonna play 4-3-3.
Saying that he might play, but Ox is like maybe 6 matches before he's match fit. He's not
Yep.
match fit. He's not
Yes.
match fit right now, and Klopp would not put
Come
him
on.
in.
Doctor, your understanding of fitness and ours, you are a doctor, so you've got a different level of fitness.
No. As what we say, what
Yeah.
we are seeing, our players, they know better whether they are, they don't really tell everything to the press. But each player has their injuries and their different levels. But we all have seen Ox when he's really playing his game. He's really a player to take note of. But he's not the same Ox that was 2 years ago. He was not what we thought that's going to be the Fab Four. The front three of them with Ox was all the answer after Felipe Coutinho had left. He's not come up to the bill, unfortunately, because I really believe in Ox, but he's not there. He may come on in the FA Cup match, but if you talk about
You know
Champions
what?
League
You know what? I
or
think if
anything
he
else,
stops, he might think no, Ox is too important. I'm gonna rest him today. But that's probably what he's gonna do.
he's
Uh,
six, he's at least six matches away from match fitness. You saw the
wow,
game, the last match. He
lackluster,
didn't contribute much.
lackluster. Yeah,
Yeah.
lackluster. Thanks to Brian and Pavan K, Arun and Loganathan here for watching. Shout out to you guys, Serena, Boniface. Nice comments coming in here. Keep it coming, you guys. We're gonna move on to uh, I don't know what's going on in the comment section because I think there's a war between United fans and Liverpool fans there. But they're going into a whole different topic here about Gerrard and Scholes. This is a question we'll get Satya to answer, but not today, you guys. Not today. We're saving it for another day. Let's get into it here. Alcantara, Ben, you wanted to speak your mind about Alcantara and how I think he's been magical. We know the magic that he's about, but magic alone is not going to give us points. And I think in the current space and time, he's not as effective. Yeah, he opens up spaces. I think Barnsley said the other day that and Haman Didi said that he's slowing the game, but that's his magic, right? He slows down the game, brings in the players, creates that space, and opens it up so everybody else can run at it. But it's just not working out. And so what do you think here, Ben?
But again, I think the whole Thiago Alcantara thing is linked to how we are playing in general. When he played in the derby, before he got his horrendous injury, and in the Chelsea game, he played that 45 minutes. He unlocked and picked the defence. I know obviously Chelsea down to 10 men, which is a bit different, but he played killer passes. He actually made the critical pass to Mane before he set up Henderson's supposed offside goal. And actually, he was effective. Since he's come back in, though, he's come back into a side lacking in confidence and lacking in form. And, as I said earlier, in a side who are nicking the ball back deeper in the pitch and therefore with sides already set with a low block. So it's hard. People will look at him as being ineffective because of the fact that he's not able to play the killer through balls, the killer pass, because that killer pass is not on. It's hard. He's not much he can do.
We lose Ben there. Frozen Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. With what people seem to be thinking with Thiago is expecting the. Am I back?
Yep. You're there. Go ahead.
Am I back?
Yep. You're there. Go for it. He's getting stuck over there.
Yeah.
You there, Ben?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Sorry. The thing with Thiago into free ball into space, he can't.
Connection's not good there, Ben. Ben, your connection's like almost like our front three connection right now. Good on any other day, but not today. We'll get Ben back. Let him come back. Let's go to maybe Satya here. Sorry, Hidayat here on Alcantara. What do you think? Lot being said by our legends. What do you think?
Okay, Thiago Alcantara, a big household name there. Okay, with good experience and yeah, lots of silverware to get into his records. To me, to be fair, at the moment he's coming in, earlier he's been got the chance to command the midfield. Okay, the Chelsea match and the Everton match. But yeah, to me, I blame the injury he had taken and in the Merseyside derby, which ruined our game as well. And the aftermath of the injury has been maybe taking its toll for him at the moment because he may took some time and then we as fans has less patience in that. But at the moment he's coming in, as just Ben said, the team is not clicking, and that's why we can't see the best of Thiago yet, not for now. And just to remind us all, do you remember Fabinho? Yeah, okay. So maybe players have to be given time, to yes produce their best back again after their transfers and everything. And to me, the word ineffective is not adequate at the moment because the team is not clicking everywhere, and maybe we still need. I think the matter now is about time. How long will be in this type of form? And yes, I do pray, and let's pray that it's not going to be any longer. That's it.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Satya. Your thoughts here?
All right. Alcantara, what a player he is, man. Okay, from Barcelona to Bayern Munich. So he didn't have much difficulties when he went to Bayern Munich because Pep was there, and that was the only player that Pep wanted when he moved to when he went to Bayern Munich. All right, so he moved in at ease, so it was not so much of an issue there. I think, and I was surprised why Klopp opted for him because traditionally he was only having workhorses as the midfielders for Liverpool. We didn't have any creative midfielders. All right. I think he realized that over a period of time, teams were beginning to park their buses with the way our front three was scoring. So there should be one killer pass. Somebody will be able to penetrate those defense, and I believe that was one of the reasons why Alcantara was brought in. All right. Magical, yes. Ineffective, I think it's too soon. All right, because probably he's still new to the team. The formation is different a bit, and we are just not in the right, not right, in the right moments now. All right, so whether he's able to fit in or not, I think still left to be seen. Lah. All right, as a player, world class.
Okay. Puva, you want to add there on Alcantara? I think we discussed a little bit of that critique that came, and of course, it's all right for the legends to throw such critique. If it was me and Puva throwing such critique, I think our heads would be on the chopping board. But what do you think, there, Puva?
I think that our legends having their time right now, but it came from Dietmar Aman. That's really funny thing.
Exactly. It's
It
hard
came
man.
from
It's hard
Dietmar
man.
Aman because he claims that Thiago Alcantara slows down our passage of gameplay and everything. We know how fast Dietmar Aman used to be. Okay, the thing is, He's magical. He's world class. Still a world class. I think it's too early to judge. I mean, to say he's effective. His Bayern days, he have won everything. Let's look at his statistic last season. Zero assists. Zero assists for Thiago Alcantara last season, where Bayern actually won everything. It's not about assists or goals. I think goals. I think he only scored 3 or 4. That also in the Bundesliga only, not in Champions League or any other competition. Um, I think it's too soon to judge him. He's still a world class player. I'm actually thankful that we have him at the moment. Imagine we're not having Thiago at the moment. At the current situation, our front three is not scoring, our defense not really in a better shape, and we don't have Thiago at the moment. That would be even worse case scenario. So I disagree
We
with
don't need
people.
such horrors.
Yes, I mean, in a way it's sad. Like people like Bansi and Aman came with statements like that. At this moment they should give encouragement and positive stuff in the media. Throwing this kind of statements in the media not gonna help. End of the day, in a way, it's putting pressure to the manager, to the players. Um, yeah, he's world class. I mean, any you ask United fans, they would have loved to have Thiago. They wanted Thiago this summer. I think he was linked with the United and Liverpool, and eventually he joined us. But they were dreaming as well. They wanted Thiago, Bruno, and Pogba in middle of the park because everybody knows how good Thiago is. Pep Guardiola, one signing he wanted after he joined Bayern Munich was Thiago Alcantara. He wanted that. He don't want to sign anyone, striker, defender. The first name in his wish list was Thiago Alcantara, and he did that. Uh, Probably it's not fair because he's 29 at the moment. Probably we're not going to see the best of Alcantara because I think if we judge this couple of years ago, it would be mad because he was a much more better player. He was even faster. I think it depends. If Fabinho back to midfield, we will see how effective Thiago Alcantara is. Okay, the Everton game, take into the account here. The Everton game, he was superb.
What
He
a
was
pass.
superb. The pass to Mane and Mane cross to Anderson should have stood the goal, and we know what happened. Any player in our play can make such passes. I doubt it. Anderson not capable of it. Okay, in the past I would say Zabi Alonso capable of doing it. I see Zabi Alonso in Thiago Alcantara in a way. Okay, they both quite similar players. Uh, yeah, it's too soon to say ineffective actually. Only time will tell. And I think things will back to normal. Not only for Thiago, for the whole team, the players, everything will kick in well. We need our players back. If Fabinho back to midfield, I think Fabinho is 60 year. I think if Fabinho back to midfield and do the anchoring job, I think we will see the best of. We will see more killer passes from Thiago, but it depends on our front three to take it or not.
Okay. Ben, I'm just gonna let you finish there before we move on to the preview of the moment we've been waiting for, which is the United and Liverpool preview tonight. But just gonna let Ben finish what he was saying earlier.
Yeah,
Go on.
sorry. Basically, it's very similar to what Pugard just said. Basically, when we played Everton, that killer pass to Mane was an example of what he's capable of. I agree. I don't think the assists; it's the pass before the assist that he unlocks and creates things. And at the moment, he's being stifled because of the fact that he hasn't got the space. There's no space or movement for that pass to occur. He's got to try and create something from nothing.
Oh, we've lost Ben again. You there, Ben?
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
The Fabinho point and the Henderson point is exactly what the Fabinho and Henderson point is the exactly thing that I've been talking about the whole time. Is that if those two in midfield, they win the ball back for us. They do the dogged work a lot earlier. We get the ball back up high at the pitch, and then he then has the ability to catch teams off guard, and that's where he's so perfect. At the moment, he's coming against sides with low blocks when they are just all over the place. So, I think it's a bit harsh.
Now we've lost him again. All right. Let's give him a moment. He should be back in no time.
Am I back?
Yeah. You are.
It's the snow. I swear it's the snow. I'll just finish by saying we've only seen Thiago Alcantara in 2 games where we've been playing with our proper team, with the proper midfield. Don't judge him until we get our team back, is what I would say.
Yep.
Fair enough.
That's very well said right there. I think we've got a. Okay, I'm just going to humor this comment here and let Satya say something about this.
Do you think Thiago is a Sabi type of player? I think yes. It's more or less. It's just that both of them have a similar type of play. Very silky in their passes, very stylish. They just go for the killer passes. But you have to accept the fact that they will slow down the game. That is inevitable. They are not fast kind of players, but they will unlock all the defense in the event that anyone, probably when they are on form. Nobody. So when somebody come and say that Sabi Alonso, Digma Hama should answer the question whether Sabi Alonso was a fast or slow player then. He played alongside him. In fact,
He was a
only when
winner.
yes. In fact, when he came on board, Sabi Alonso could go further up a bit. Oh, sorry. Steven Gerrard could go further up a bit.
Yeah, Gerrard. Correct.
All right. So did Sabi Alonso slow down the game in 2005?
No.
Apa lagi dia mau?
Jibril Cisse did that.
Hey, Jibril Cisse is okay lah.
Emil Heskey did that.
Yes, Emily did that.
We had Jimmy Traore lah, Champions League winner. Can you beat that?
Yeah, Jimmy Traore.
No, we had the other guy, Jimmy Torre, and there was another guy in midfield. I can't remember his name.
Ego Biscan. Ego Biscan.
Go Biscan.
The guy just disappeared after that, Like he was
all they need is a Champions League medal. That's it.
one season hero, sir.
I think Said Fares says something really nice here. Alcantara needs his skimmage. His skimmage, which is actually playing alongside Matip nowadays. That's a bit sad. He has to contain the space and slow down the game. Plus, but people must ask why is he slowing it down. I think it's a good comment there. We've got Taswin Nordin here, former Malaysian footballer. Die-hard Spurs fan tuning in. Thanks for watching, Taswin. Win tonight and lose to Spurs later. No, I think knowing Jurgen Klopp is completely thinking about the opposite right now. I think so. Serena goes on to say, disagree. Better for them to lose both. Okay. I haven't seen Serena this happy in so long. Anyway, let's just get into it right now. Hi, Taswin. Thanks for watching. Please, for those of you, please follow the Footsie. Download the Footsie app. It's Taswin's app, right? Taswin's app. If you're a football fan, football interest, please download the Footsie app from the App Store or the Play Store. Okay, let's get into this right now. There will be a winner. But let's get our guests, our Liverpool buddies into the frame of things. Our United buddies into the frame of things. The few United fans that we can say buddies lah. Rare breed. Dying breed maybe. They need to spawn a few more generations after this. We've got Vinod in the house, and we've got Mr. Dinesh in the house, the president of the Anthony Martial Fan Club in Malaysia. You're on mute, Dinesh. You're on mute, Dinesh.
Sorry, I'm the founder of the club, bro. Anybody
Yeah,
can
I
join
know.
us.
I know.
We
Just
can
like,
put
just like
ourselves
Uma's,
auction.
Uma's the president of the Divok Origi Fan Club. So
Thanks, guys.
let's thank you for joining us, Vinod and Dinesh here, who pretty much run the other show we have alongside Serena, who's commenting the Devil's Den, the Manchester United show. Please follow the Fully Talk page for more of those shows over there. So let's get into it here. The FA Cup is the meaningless cup, according to a lot. The most prestigious club in England, though. The most prestigious cup in England, but it's meaningless current state of time. What do you guys think here? Hopefully his connection's okay. Ben, is the FA Cup still as hyped as before?
Well, for me and for any any diehard football fan, yes. I mean, it's still magical. It's the day out at Wembley. It still means a lot. I think probably the biggest thing is most football fans will probably say if they're in it to the quarterfinal, semi-final stage, they'll say, yeah, it means so much. But any football fan who goes out of the third round will probably go, oh, I'd rather focus on the league. I think, to be honest, it really annoys me. I think if you're a diehard football fan or if you really care about your club, the FA Cup still means a lot. I know, obviously, it's just you can still say this is a trophy. It's just a final. You get in the Europa League. You'd much rather just fight for top four and guaranteed Champions League than that. But you can't beat success, and winning does sort of seep through your club. But in England, I'd say the majority of football fans will probably say they couldn't care less if they go on a run in the FA Cup or not until I said they get the semi-final stage, of which once they get there, they'll all go, oh, yeah, it means loads. I mean, if you talk to most Man City fans, they've won it, and they go, oh, it's amazing. But I guarantee if they spend 2-3 years getting knocked out the third round, they'll probably means nothing. It's the same with most fans, but that's football fans. A lot of football fans are fickle like that. So for me, it means loads. I'd love to win it. We haven't won it since 2006.
Wow.
The last time we were in a final was 2012, wasn't it? 2012, we were in a final. We lost to Chelsea.
Yep.
I'd love to go back there. I mean, some of my best memories of watching FA Cup semi-finals, watching FA Cup finals. So, but yeah, I think the majority of English fans, it depends whether knocked out, whether it means enough, means a lot or not.
Okay, all right. Let's go to a doctor here quickly. Doctor, what does winning the FA Cup for the 8th time mean to you? This season, especially, which is a very, very topsy-turvy in terms of the world of football.
I wish that my points had any bearing on what Jurgen Klopp is gonna do. We all know what he's gonna do. He's not gonna put the strongest team out there. That's one. Two, he's going to prioritize the Champions League and the Premier League on top of this FA. But what makes this game more interesting is because we're against the Manchester United and we're playing in Old Trafford. It's going to be classic. And I just hope that he plays Henderson in the middle of the park. I hope he brings back Thiago and Guinea in the middle, and we have a good game on our hands. But knowing Jurgen Klopp, knowing he'll play 4-3-3, he'll bring people like Jones in, he'll bring people like Minamino in, and he'll just gracefully tell everyone, thank you very much. We don't care about Manchester United, and they will come out of it. But hopefully we do have a good game on our hands. And just like last week when we played Manchester United, it was a fantastic game, free-flowing game, both sides. Obviously, we didn't have no centre backs at all, or whatever we have at the moment. But hopefully we have a good game on our hands. And I'm thinking of Mohamed Salah coming in and scoring a penalty and getting it in. But I don't doubt Manchester United's capabilities. If they play a full team, Pogba's tactics and other people are on fire too. So it's going to be a good game. Hopefully, Henderson plays in the middle. As long as Henderson plays in the middle, we have a good chance of doing a good job there. But if he plays
Uh,
as last man, as a centre back, is this going to be a very, very interesting match?
okay, okay. Dave, your thoughts on the FA Cup match tonight?
Uh, it's going to be interesting to see how both managers going to come up with the
Dave,
lineup.
let's narrow it. Let's narrow it. Who's going to play your back four? Who's your back four today?
I'll go for Nico Williams, Rhys Williams, Nathaniel Phillips. I'll go Simiskas.
Wow.
Whoa!
Dave,
Suicide,
Dave,
man.
that's a suicidal. That's a suicidal
suicide.
lineup.
What are you smoking there, my
Not
brother?
No, I'll definitely no. If you wanna, if fans would want to see a changes in the way we play, get these boys up there on the pitch, get them, test them, and get things right. So we will definitely have a three senior midfields and three senior players up front.
Okay.
And probably I won't even start Allison. I'll get Kevin Kelleher on that.
Oh,
I don't think anyone's gonna agree with me, but this is just my own perception of.
Let's.
Well,
Uh,
Well,
yeah. Go, Ben. Go.
I was just going to say, I think I was going to say the only part of that back line I agree with is actually Kelleher. He may play Kelleher. I don't think he should do, but I think he might do. He has got a habit of playing a backup keeper in the cup. But well, again, I know you said about the back four, but I personally think he'll probably go with a very strong side because he'll have to because the form from somewhere. He may make a couple of changes, but I think he'll play a pretty strong side because of the fact that we've been so bad. He'll have to, otherwise, another different 11 where we just don't get any sort of form or. But I think the Kelleher point's actually got quite a good point. I think he'll play Kelleher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's go to Vinod. Serena's calling you out here and asking you to be reminded you're a United fan today. You're a United fan, period. Not just today. I don't know what she means by that. Like, are you supporting a different team any other time? Let's ask you. Who do you think we are going to play in the back four, in your opinion? Let me go one step further. Do you think that if we play proper centre back, even though they may be inexperienced in terms of handling pressure situations, do you think that will cause you any problems?
Yeah, because you're going to move Fabinho and Hendo to the midfield. So, I mean, the best way you Liverpool play is by pressing. So when you're going to move your midfield up, you're going to press. For now, when you don't do that, it allows the other teams to press you all. So when you move this, of course, we'll be worried. But so for me, I feel the safer game is when you play Fabinho and Hendo at the back, it benefits United. So if you don't, actually we are in for a better game, which I would love to see.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Hidayat here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking today in terms of how we are going to match up at our front three against their back four? Do you think that they are going to do the unthinkable here and again play Maguire Lindelof in the middle there and so cockily just because they were effective once? What do you think, Hidayat?
Yeah, I think United will be fielding the same, strong squad against us today, even though it's an FA Cup because it's in their own den. Okay, but as for Liverpool, it's like to say we know our manager and we know ourselves as fans as well. We wanted to win any game, any day, week in week out. And at this kind of moment, yes, we in like dire need of winning. I still miss our winning days because even though it's only like 3 to 4 years back again, we are winning games easily. But yeah, why you wanna think of losing in the first place? Okay, but tonight I think to my instinct, I think Klopp will be building more or less, change squad with a mixture of those kids and the established players. But I think that the front three will be shuffled. Yeah, as we heard that Salah will probably start. Maybe, yeah, honestly or relatively, Origi and Taki will be playing.
Okay. Let's go to. I think Dr. Jeev has to leave us. Dr. Jeev, maybe your quick final thoughts on the match. Are you there, Doctor?
Yeah,
I don't know if you're still there.
he's
Yeah.
not.
If it's not there, no worries. Let's go to Satya, because I would like to ask Satya. Uh, what factors of United here should we be conscious about today going into the match? And then we'll go to Dr. G for his final words before he leaves us. Satya, you're on mute. You're on mute, mate.
Sorry, guys. I mean, to your question, instead of we focusing too much is what MU is going to do to us or what we should be afraid of or what's their threat, I think we should be concerned more about ourselves. All
No,
right.
but no. Why I'm asking this question is because, like what Dr. G has said, we honestly don't know what's going to happen on our side. So let's try to predict the other
But
side.
there's always one good reason why you should go into this game, because this will boost you. Win tonight, you will boost your confidence. You will get back. You will have the winning mentality back again. You will know how does it feel to win. To win. So that will be a good build up from here on.
A point.
All right. As to who is going to put in his first 11, I don't know. Who is going to be his front three? I don't know who's going to be the back. Of course, it's always good to have the likes of Fabinho and Anderson in the middle, blah, blah, blah. Anything, I'm okay. You win tonight, you go in with the focus of winning tonight, you build your confidence, you'll get back your winning mentality again, and there you go again.
Okay. Dr. Jivia, maybe you can respond to this into your final words. A caution called out here by a fellow Liverpool fan from our new gen KOPTAK.my fan group. Caution is Pogba. He's in super form. Are you concerned?
Is he?
Form. Yeah, he's been playing some good games. Actually, the whole Manchester United team. I don't know what's happening to them, but they're actually playing some good football. Witnessed last week in our game with them, they actually played quite well, and they could have nicked it. Actually, we were lucky to get away with Alisson being man of match, in my opinion. But coming to Pogba, he's instrumental in the team, and I think even their front three is also playing very well right now. uh, with their team. Bruno is having he's, as long as he doesn't get a penalty tonight, I'm all good. But if he gets a penalty again, I give up. But coming to the Liverpool team, I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna call it as Keller in the goal. I think it's going to be a hybrid defense with Fabinho in the middle, with whoever is there next to him. They're going to be at two flanks. Possibly one of the two, Robertson or TA, is not going to be playing, or he'll come in the middle. In the middle, Park's going to be Henderson, Thiago, and maybe Guinea. And front three will probably be two out of three. Hopefully they will rest Firmino a little bit and let them, maybe Minamino comes in or Origi comes in, knowing him, and somehow some way Jones will come in too, because Jurgen Klopp likes Jones a lot for some reason. But yeah, hopefully we have a good game, and we want to as what coming off what Satya said. I think it'll be a booster to our confidence. Not very concerned about Manchester United right now. I just want a goal coming from their front three. I want a goal without a penalty, and I want them to win. It'll be a good start for our season, to probably a restart for our season. Forget about buying anyone, because I don't think so JK is going to buy anyone. So I think this will be a good start, and it's a good start to start with because Manchester United actually brings up our game, and hopefully Henderson plays in the middle, and that'll be great.
Okay, all right. What's your final score prediction then before you leave us, Doctor?
I say it's 1-0 either way or 2-1 either way.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
if he puts a couple of junior guys or a hybrid team, it might go to Menu, but we don't know what team Menu is going to be putting up because I don't really follow them that much. But yeah, hopefully we have a good game. But I think we have a good game though. Every Liverpool Manchester United game is always a good game.
Okay, all right. That's we've got thanks to our Dr. Juice here, our new speaker, first time appearing on our panel. Thank you so much for making time, Doctor. Dear Doctor, during this time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope to have you and your buddies on the next shows in the future.
Yeah, let's get them on.
Yep. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
All right. So now let's move on to Ben. Ben, are you concerned at all for tonight's match? Is there a United factor that you would be a bit wary of?
I think, to be honest, what I'm wary of is them doing what games they'll sit. Unfortunately, ball and hit us. And the worrying thing I have is that we will search for goals because we need to, and that's the way we play. And I just worry about getting hit on the counter. Because we know United don't care about playing at Old Trafford and playing as if they're the away side and sitting back. So, I mean, I've come on this show every time I've done it, and I've predicted us to win. We've drawn or lost. So, part of me wants to go the other way. But I'm just worried, to be honest, about I'm worried about them on the counter because they're dangerous, and they should have punished us at Anfield. To be honest, they got in behind a lot. So, it's a worry. I actually think he'll go to extra time. I think it will be a 0-0, 1-1 sort of game into extra time, and then someone will win in extra time. I don't know who. I hope it's us, but I think it'll go extra time.
Okay. We'll come back to Ben. To wrap up. His prediction of the 11 later. But let's go to Dinesh. So we've got Dinesh here. He's one of the most impressive Manchester United fan speakers that I know, and that's really saying something.
Why is that so, Senna?
Yeah. So he's gonna show us all why shortly when he takes on the mic. So Dinesh, what do you think here about this match? And truly, what do you what's your? I'd like you to just come out there and tell us who's your winning 11 tonight for United, so we can send that memo to Klopp hopefully. What do you think?
The winning 11 is anybody but Martial, of course. But the thing is, the last time we played Liverpool, we played Lindelof at the back. It was a surprise starting lineup, right? Because we were expecting Eric Bailly to start because he's on the form right now. But I think Lindelof should not play today because
why?
Cannot be.
Why?
No, we cannot go through 2 bypass in 1 week. We cannot have 2 bypass in 1 week. I'm not ready for that. We were lucky for the first bypass because doctor didn't turn up. But today the doctor might turn up and we are going to get operated, And the thing is, we are playing against a wounded Liverpool team, who has a point to prove, not a point to prove to us, but a point to prove to all you fans. They need to prove it that, they are not in a slump. And to be honest, I was just listening to the whole show earlier, and all of you guys being panicky about Liverpool being in a slump. I don't think so, because any team will go through a slump like this, all right? And I think Liverpool has the character and the mentality to come out of it, and that happens to also Man United, many clubs, So I think being too alert about it is not necessary right now. You guys will be fine, but I hope it's not fine tonight. I hope it's against Spurs because we don't want to get the backlash of wounded Liverpool. But I think Bailly and Maguire in the back. Shaw is on form right now. He will start on the left. But again, we're not sure because Dallas might get his chance. It's a 50-50 there. One Bissaka is no competition, so he definitely is on the right. In the middle, Pogba is on form. I hope they rest Bruno today. I hope Bruno does not play. All right. I want Van de Beek to start today to prove a point that he's just not a fringe player, but he can also play with the big boys. Again, we are not sure. At the
Come
front,
on.
I want Scott McTominay.
All this crybaby stories here. Come on.
No. The thing is, when the big should start. He's not a fringe player. He's a class player with Ajax. He proved it, and he should start today with Scott McTominay holding back. And the front three, if there is a front three, then it should be Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and of course Edison Cavani, my man, on top.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, Cavani needs to start because we know who Cavani is. Okay, we know what his impact is. He has proven it for United. 4 goals, couple of assists. He's not be getting a lot of 90 minutes. He's always in the sub, and so I hope he just gets his game today and prove it that he still is a big game player.
Okay. I'm just going to go over to your neighborhood buddy there, Puva, to respond to what Dinesh has said here. What do you think of what's your thoughts on what United's going to do tonight when they face Liverpool at their home? And like what Ben said earlier, Ben kind of said that even though it's at Old Trafford, they playing a top team, they're still just going to sit back. And I think Kishan has said it here. They're just going to still sit back and defend. And I think we heard it on yesterday's show. Karami kind of said it that that should be the strategy that they play against a Liverpool, who can really catch a team who plays openly from the back. They should just build a stronghold at the back there and just defend and try to catch us on the counter. What do you think there, Puva?
Last week I predicted a United win when it comes to this FA Cup game, purely because when it comes to FA Cup, United always beat us. We have met United, I think, 17 times in this competition. We lost 9 times. We never lost that much to anyone in this competition. They always tend to beat us in this competition. If you remember the 77 final where we had the chance to do the first major trouble in English football, United came and spoiled it. 96, we know the Cantona winner. But the last 2 encounters we beat them. And in those 2 occasions we went to the finals, won it one and lost to Chelsea. But those 2 encounters, I think it was at Anfield. But now it's at Old Trafford. I know no fans right now, but I think upper hand should be given to United. I think somebody talked about the United's counter attack at the moment. I agree that at the moment in the league, their counter attack is one of the best. They do it very well. I think that's the game plan. I don't think they're gonna sit and defend and then looking for a counter attack for the 90 minutes. I don't think so. It's Old Trafford. It also depends on Jurgen Klopp's team sheet today. I don't know whether you're really gonna take it seriously or not. I really hope. If we were going very well in the league and then he decided to rest, I understand. I don't mind. But at the moment, the league isn't going well for us. At least for the sake of fans, we really need something today, right? I don't mind if we lose, at least, but we need to fight for it. We really need to fight for it. I don't want Jurgen Klopp go with the lineup we predicted just now. That's a suicidal. That's a defeat before the kickoff itself. That back five, it's like walk in the park for United. They will definitely score 2 or 3 easily, and they could afford to rest their players. They take out 3-4 players and then bring in the likes of Greenwood and then settle off the game. I don't think it's going to be that hybrid type of formation. I think Matip gonna start alongside probably Nat Phillips or Reece Williams. I really hope, like Doctor said just now, Anderson badly needed at midfield, and I think Jones gonna start the game. I think it's been a while since he started the game. I think Jones will start the game today. The front three, I have no idea. Salah apparently gonna start today. But
We
my wish for today, the front three is Shakiri, Taki, and Mane.
okay.
That's the front three I really wants to see today. I think if we start with
We're
Shakiri,
just going to give the pressure of predicting Liverpool's potential winning lineup to Ben James. So we'll come back to Ben later. So we'll put that pressure on Ben here to let us
no, I,
know
re-
who the 11 will be.
no, I really wish we start with
Yeah.
Shakiri. If you ask United fan like Dinesh, he knows that Shakiri is the threat. He's
Yeah.
always been a threat. And I know people spoke about the Barcelona game where Bobby and Salah were missing, and we still dismantled that Barcelona side. The front three were Shakiri, Mane, and Origi, inform Origi. I repeat, inform Origi, and we dismantled the
But they,
Barcelona
played,
side.
they didn't play. They kind of played a 2-1 and not really a 3. They put
But
Origi
yes,
back there. Yeah.
but yes, the lineup was 4-3-3, and the front three were Shakiri, Mane, and Origi. See, today, uh, if let's say Salah not starting, I really hope it's Shakiri in his place. I really hope Shakiri starts at the right wing, Mane left, and Minamino, who deserved to play actually. He really deserved to start today. I really hope. I believe Jones gonna start today, and Jones, Anderson, and most likely Wijnaldum could be the midfield three. I'm not sure whether Robertson going to be rested. He deserves to be rested, in my opinion. But I'm not confident on Simikas at the moment. I think at that flank, who United gonna play at the flank? Greenwood, most likely. Greenwood started against Fulham.
Lingard, most likely.
You got
Vinod,
to be
Vinod,
kidding.
Vinod, I understand at the moment we are
You got
in
to be
not in a good
kidding.
form, but you don't have to troll us by saying that Lingard is enough to beat
There's
us.
a
Okay.
level. There's a level of insult that we talk about Origi and you guys talk about Martial. There is a level of acceptance there. But
I
don't
think
throw Lingard into the picture. We got to talk about our under 23. Come on.
I think either Trent or Robertson going to be dropped. If Trent plays, I think Milner gonna play left back. If not Simikas, I think that's pretty clear about it. Uh, I think to conclude this, United still favorites to win today because
Yeah, but
purely because I think they would fancy to win this FA Cup. I really feel that they would fancy. I know they are in title race. They are leading the table right now. The focus should be to win the 21st title. I don't know, man. The United fans all over in Twitter, they already started this 21 is coming, 21 is coming. It looks like 21 is indeed is coming. Like everything is going their way. But both teams should take this FA Cup seriously. I feel bad for both teams at the moment.
yep.
It feels ridiculous when City play someone like Cheltenham yesterday. Chelsea gonna play Luton Town today, and we both end up playing each other at fourth round.
No, bro,
That
but look at it positively. The big boys always get the attention. So Chelsea and City, you can't consider them big boys. We are the big boys. So it's nothing like
we
us
the we've
playing.
always we've always been the big boys. Doesn't matter first round, second round, third round. We always get the attention. But the one good thing is we didn't really overhype this FA Cup game. That's a good thing. Every single time we overhype the United Liverpool game, it end up disappointing. Really, really disappointing. I think both set of fans don't deserve the 0-0 scoreline last week. It has to be a winner. And I think that's the one thing that United fans would be very, very disappointed because they had probably two really glorious chances to win the game. They were being wasteful. They should
Yep,
have
yep,
won the game.
yep. Let's go to Satya here. Satya, do you have a question for our United buddies here?
I don't know which paper. I don't know which paper is that right now.
In his house, he wrote it in paper. Kabi.
No, I did. Oh, I mean, it's FA Cup. I mean, it's quite sad to see both teams are clashing at the very early rounds. All right, but to say that MU is not going to put in their first 11, I don't want to put so much of focus on this cup. I think I'm a bit skeptical on that. Why should they don't even consider this? Because the title is still a long way to go. Sitting much on top now doesn't win you the title. All right, the start of the second half is going to be from now on. All right, nothing is certain yet. All right, so I still feel for MU, I think they should go in, or they are going for a win. All right. For Liverpool, this win is not. I'm not sure whether to win, but it's basically for them to make sure that they get the morale up and get the winning mentality back again, which is a kick for their confidence as well.
Okay. All right. Vinod, Vinod, I've got Kabine saying here on paper Liverpool to win, based on form United to win, based on quality United to win. Therefore, United to march on. March on is not a phrase you should use because that's your rivals Leeds United that use that term, mate. Don't be using march on term. That's wrong. Anyhow, Serena goes on to say we cannot let them win an OT regardless, whatever the cup they are playing. Thanks for using the term OT because that's what Old Trafford's famous for, overtime. Not extra time, stoppage time. It's like overtime,
No,
all
no,
right?
no. It's only time.
And now
Only
it's only
For
time.
now, only time.
Taswit disagrees here that, we are the big boys vomiting. Come on, Taswit. Come on.
Come
First,
on, you first.
win one cup, and then we really will bow down to this comment lah. Not yet lah, Taswir. We respect the football, but not yet lah, bro. Come on. Ole's got 21 questions end of season. The why's, how's, what, when, tips will come. Oh yeah, Syed Faris here just will not have it. Will not have United winning it. Winning anything. Bruno's penalty at the 93rd minute just to make Klopp happy. All right. Bruno conceding a penalty or what?
Either way,
You want him to keep going. I just want one. I want one penalty. One penalty. Is that you want him to do that again like he did yesterday? Vinod, your thoughts?
I think it's going to be another dull game because it looks like Klopp might not go all out, but like how Satya said, it'd be amazing for me if Ole does not take his chance against this Liverpool team or to go. If he's going to play a second fiddle team, then I do not know what to say lah. Because it's the best time. I mean, Liverpool is not the best form now. You are only 6 points there against Liverpool, and then City is going to get top position. So the league is not certain. So you want to keep the momentum up is by winning the FA Cup. So Ole has to go all out on the FA Cup. He might want to make 1-2 changes to the lineup, but not full changes. Just to tweak in 1 or 2 players, keep him the bench, then send him on the second half. But he has to go for a win. He needs to get the win, regardless of the opposition, because he has to win a cup. He has to win a cup this year, regardless. So now his only chance would be the FA Cup, the best one, I would say. Europa League is a far cry. League is a far cry. So if he doesn't do it, then no chance. But putting the two rivalry aside, what I hope is I really hope Liverpool come out with the best side because we all want to see a good match. That's what we want to see. Anfield was a total letdown. We didn't want to see that. And this game, what makes it better is Ole can't sit down. He can't come with the mentality that just sit down there for 90 minutes and let take a draw. He has to come up with a winning mentality. Regardless, in the 60 or 70, he has to put in someone to go for an attack. So the least I'm going to see 20 minutes of open football. That's what I want. That open football, whether we're opening us up, I don't care. But it's good for the neutrals, good for the fan base.
You must be like, as much as we cannot predict what Klopp's going to do, you also seem to be screaming
Yes.
what you think Ole is going to do. You must be joking right there.
No,
you must be joking. Ole is going to play open football.
Yeah, he has to play open football. How the hell are you going to win a game? It's an FA Cup tie. It's regardless. You're not going to win it in 90 minutes. Counter attack. How long are you going?
I'm pretty sure. Hey, winning dirty is how you become champions. Everybody knows that, right? In England, you don't have. There's only been a few out and out brilliant teams that have come and gone, from the Fergie time, the Arsenal team. the Chelsea team. Out of the many seasons the Premier League has been in existence, there's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7, not many out and out like brilliant teams that can just go out there and just win it all the way. Winning dirty is what wins you silverware every other
Yeah,
season.
you have to play dirty. I mean, regardless, I mentioned you can't be sitting down for 90 minutes. So you will play counter attacking football, but you can't. You will have to open up eventually, either the last 10 minutes or something. Because we are going to sit too deep, like how we did on Anfield. It'd be hard to penetrate because it was like 7, 8 men down on our half, only three on the top. It has one on the left side to play cutting in from the wing. Bruno the pressure. You're not going to win game by that. In Anfield, we saw it was the last 10 minutes when you guys were opening up, United attack. So that's what we want. And this game, either one has to open up. But
Okay.
the key for me will be
But to
Ole
be
who's going
honest,
to start because it's going to be 3 games in 1 week. So
Okay.
I think he might not be playing his best lineup.
but to be honest, United's defense cannot withstand a 90-minute non-stop attack from Liverpool also. So
Yeah.
we have to play our game a bit also.
you again. I don't know what non-stop attack that you're talking about. We are doing non-stop cooking on the field, but the
But
dish is not coming out on time.
but the thing is,
Eventually, the
rivalry
dish
is
will
keep
come out.
you.
We just don't want this to come out tonight. You come out against Spurs would do.
Yeah,
Tonight,
exactly.
we will help you to build a momentum. You build a momentum with us, but keep it there. Let us take the win. You all go and cook Spurs out and out.
And take a Jose out. Take a Jose out, no problem.
Now we're not going to talk about Spurs in this game. We're going to leave that to the Footy Talk midweek match, midweek show to do that prediction over there. We're going to focus this on this. Ben, your thoughts here on United's chances. Very quickly, and then let's go into Ben's lineup and let's see whether anyone has thoughts on Ben's lineup before predictions and we wrap up.
Okay, I mean, if United play open football, it'd be the best thing I see all week because it means that it actually plays into our hands. I mean, I understand you have to win on the day, so you can't. So I understand what you're trying to say. You can't sit and defend and just sort of hope for a chance on the break. But if United play at us, that completely plays into how we play our best football. If you look at the sides that we've been most successful against over the last few years, City, Leicester, Wolves, Arsenal, all who try to play football, we batter them because they come at us. So if they play open football, I mean, it will be brilliant. I'm not saying that they're going to sit and defend, but I think they will probably they'll be happy for us to have the ball. What they'll probably set up to do is they probably won't set to be defensive. Defensive is probably the wrong word, but they'll set up where they go, right, you can have the majority of possession. As soon as they get the ball, they'll break quickly and try and play the expansive football. The expansive football we've been speaking about, or that has been spoken about. They will probably play open once they have the ball. Sorry, but they will be compact. They'll sit off, and they'll let us have the ball. And as soon as they get it, they'll break on us. Because especially as well as when it comes to my lineup, I think we'll name. It's not the lineup I want. It's the lineup I think we'll name. They will probably fancy their chances against us on the counter or on the breakaway. I don't think United if United try and play us at our game, or try and play the open football that we've spoken about, like really open football, it'll be disastrous for them because that's what we thrive off. We thrive off sides trying to play out against us, trying to play in and around us because that's where our Gecko press comes in, nick the ball, and we counter on them. With regards to the team I think we'll go with, as I said, I don't agree with it. I think we should probably go stronger, but I think we'll probably go with Kelleher in goal. I don't think Matip will play because of the fact that he can't play 2 games in a week, and we have got Spurs and West Ham next week. I think Fabinho will play at the back with one of Phillips or Williams. If I was a betting man, I'd go Williams. And I think Robertson will play at left back. I don't think Tsimikas is ready. So it'll be Kelleher, Milner at right back, Fabinho, Williams, and Robertson. I think in the midfield, it'll be Henderson, Thiago, and Gini is what I think he'll go with. And I think he'll probably go with up top. Is Henderson not fit?
You really think he's moving Hendo back to middle?
Yeah, I think Henderson will be in the middle with Thiago. As long as Henderson's fit, it'll be Thiago, Henderson, and Wijnaldum. And I think up top they'll go Salah, Firmino, because of the fact they didn't play midweek. They did. They came off the bench. I think those two will start. And if I'm honest, I think he'll go Origi up top with him. I think he'll go Origi, Firmino, and Salah and play Origi off the left. I don't agree with it. I think he should play Minamino if he's not going to play Mane. I don't see him playing Mane because he played obviously in the week. So that's what I think we'll go with. So it'll be Kelleher, Milner, Fabinho, Williams, Robertson, Henderson, Thiago, Wijnaldum, Origi, Firmino, Salah.
All right. Okay. Do you guys have? Oh, we've got Boomer Scott here in. What's happening? Thanks for stopping in today. Yeah. So, what do you guys think of Ben's 11 right there? Hidayat, what do you think?
Fair enough.
Yep. You think it's gonna do us the job tonight? Hendo in the middle.
Hendo in the middle gonna do some kicking.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that 11 there? Anybody wanna? Anybody all in agreement? Because the fan base has been divided recently, so I'll be surprised if we are all on the same page here with that lineup here with Ben. All good?
Oh, that's a. I thought that that was the strongest that we can actually come up, and I hope we come up with that.
Okay. Puma, Ben said we're gonna start Origi. You okay with that?
I said it just now.
Yeah,
Origi
yeah.
might start today, and at the left wing, there is a possibility today.
Maybe from the middle.
Okay, yeah. Boomer seems to want this magical one that we've all been talking about, but it seems very unlikely. It seems very unlikely here, Mr. Scott. Mina Origi Shaq, we mentioned it earlier, but we want that, but we don't know if we'll get that. Looking at how Klopp's going to go into matches these days. Okay, so let's go to predictions. We're going to leave the United lads and Ben and Siva last. So let's go with Dave. Prediction. Score prediction.
I think I spoke in the Devil's Den yesterday. I said that if we come up with the kids and the mixture of seniors and kids, we probably United will see off the game. But if looking at Ben's lineup, I mean, I'm a bit optimistic that that could be the lineup tonight, and it'll be a good fight, a good football to watch. Like Ben said, if it's going to be an open game, it's going to be a brilliant for us. I mean, it's a brilliant chance for us. I'll probably stick with the same score that I actually predicted yesterday, 2-0. But if we're going to come up with a message to the entire fan base that we are actually going to do a comeback and we're going to fix the problems that we have in the squad or in the club at the moment, a win would be a good start for tonight. So I'm gonna go for I'm gonna stick to the 2-0 prediction. But if we're gonna come up with that lineup, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Okay. 3-1 win there. Let's hear it. I think in the comments, I think Syed Faris said United's winning this game 3-1. And that's a Liverpool fan right there. Syed Faris has got one comment about his definition of OT, which, mate, that's a Singapore joke, and I can't bring it up for obvious reasons, so I'm not going to bring that one up. So let's go to Hidayat.
Yeah, I'll go for a slim win for Liverpool. I'm optimistic. I think this will be the turning point for us. No, it doesn't matter which team we're feeling, and I still think we can win it by a slim 1 goal full-time score, be it full-time or extra time. So Liverpool to win by 1 goal.
Liverpool to win by 1 goal. You're going to say money again, aren't you?
If he's playing, then I would love him to score back again.
Okay. Let's go to Satya.
I think I'm going same with Hidayat. It's going to be a 1 goal margin, Dave. Whether it's going to be 1-0 or 2-1. In the worst case scenario, if it doesn't happen 2-1, we'll go through the penalties.
Okay. Scott, Boomer Scott, yeah, diehard Liverpool fan. If it's a loss for us today, He'll follow his grand to the blue side. Wow, that's a big statement there. Mate, I don't know about that right now. You know, in our current form, I wouldn't make such daring call outs right there. Uh, and then he turns it around and says, "Welcome, Blue Knights." All right. Let's go. Let's go with Vinod. Then let's go to Ben. Then let's go to Dinesh and Kuva to end it on. My prediction for today is 2-1. But it's penalties. It's penalties. 2-1 to Liverpool. To Liverpool. It's gonna go all the way to penalties. 2-1. I take it there's no replays. So I want it to go all the way. I want, like what Kuva said, it's currently the most pathetic time for us, right? It's really, really pathetic right now, and we just want a good game. We want it to go all the way. We want it to be. It can be a little bit boring. Can be. It's got to have some moments, but I want it to go all the way. And if penalties gives us entertainment, then yeah, let's have some penalties. Then. So that's it from me. But the prediction here, let's go to Vinod, then Ben, then Dinesh, and Kuba to end it.
I guess we go all the way to penalties. Match should be 2-2. And we think penalties are, so let's keep it open. Anyone can take it. It's a lottery.
Serena is not going to be happy with that prediction, right? Okay, so Vinod's not calling it. He's just saying penalties and he's not calling out the winner. Okay, all right. Ben, prediction.
I think it'll be 2-1 in extra time. And I'm just through the fact that I'm very fearful that last two times I predicted us to win, we've not done it. So I'm going to go 2-1 United win in extra time, just to see if it maybe gets the omens to go.
A reverse psychology, yeah. That was fine for you, I guess.
I mean, look, I do think he'll go. Look, I think that's just me just being silly. I think he'll go to extra time, and I think it'll be 1-1 after full time. Then there'll be a goal in extra time.
Okay.
Either way, but I'm going to go United just for reverse psychology.
Okay, let's hear it from Dinesh.
I think also just like Ben, but the other way around. I think United will take it 2-1 at the extra time. It'll be extra time game. You won't go to penalties because, to be honest, both sides wouldn't want to go to penalties.
That's not saying the opposite of what Ben said. Ben said the same thing. He's saying United taking it.
Yeah, but I know he's reverse psychology here. But I'm just straightforward. I'm just telling United 2-1. It's a 2-1 game, and I think United will take the lead. Liverpool will equalize second half, and extra time will be settled 2-1 for United.
Martial's calling the winning goal.
Martial scored an own goal. You will take a corner. Martial headed the other side. I bet you.
Martial might score the 2 goals.
Yeah, he was. Okay, I'm not coming to the scorers part. That's all.
Don't forget, his debut was against Liverpool and he scored the goal.
It might be his last game also. It might be his last game. Another ACL, I wouldn't know. Let's see.
We've got
all players for an ACL.
We've got some predictions here from Taswit. 1-0 United over Liverpool. Thanks, Taswit, for watching. Roshan Babu, this guy is the main guy in Malaysia behind the underwater hockey sports scene in Malaysia. Roshan Babu. So if you guys know, there is a game called underwater hockey, and he's one of the main guys there. My man Roshan Babu. I just got to know him a little over, I think this year, 2020. I got to know him, and good lad trying to grow that sport. Thanks for watching. Not sure about your prediction, but thank you for the prediction. 1-0 to United right there. Shout out from Sterling Park, lads. Thanks, Boomer, for watching us. Let's go to Puva for his final prediction here.
Oh, you're on mute.
You're on mute, mate. You're on mute.
Sorry, guys. But I think it's all depends on Jurgen Klopp's lineup. If we go with like what Ben said just now, it's a pretty good lineup, strong. Then we have a game. I think winning at Old Trafford always been eluded us. I think the last win came 7 years ago, and the last win in FA Cup against United at Old Trafford was 100 years ago. So that's the funny thing here. So extra time is possible, but it all depends on the lineup. If the lineup is good, not really, I mean, not too hybrid, then we have a game. and it also depends on United lineup as well. I don't know whether Ole gonna take it seriously, this cup, but traditionally United tend to beat us in this competition, and I stick with this. My prediction last week, I did predict that United gonna take this.
Wow, we only
This
beat y'all one time more lah. Not more than that.
no, this is not a
I,
reverse psychology here. I know Ben being giving wins and wins and wins in prediction and it didn't go his way. I understand why he said
all the
2-1
way,
to.
all the way back to the Everton game
I
because
remember.
he changed his prediction in the
I
last
was
minute of the lineup.
I was right if that wasn't for VAR.
Yep, yep, yep. But I do feel that United gonna nick this. But we all hope for a good game of football. We really, because that
Yeah,
Anfield game
yeah,
was a letdown.
yeah.
The Anfield encounter was a letdown for all the hype and everything. It was a letdown. For all the record-breaking viewing all over the world, it was a letdown. So let's hope for a good FA Cup match. It won't be a classic like what the doctor said just now, but we really hope for a decent encounter. Or like
Right.
Serena saying now, we take this game seriously. We only take easy on semis.
oh yeah, Puah, did you know something that the board has instructed Ole to put the word final into his dictionary? They just can
Semi-final, you
do it
mean?
today. You
Semi-final.
know,
No, I'm still finding for. I'm
either
still
one or
finding
final.
for. I'm still finding for United fans who would love to make fun of Jurgen Klopp for losing finals, but always keep losing semi-finals. So I don't know. Maybe,
We're not even in the finals yet. That's sad.
but yes, but whoever wins this, I think it's going to be huge boost for them, especially for Liverpool. Like Hidayat said just now, if we win today, doesn't matter in extra time or penalties or in 90 minutes, it's going to be a turning point for what we're going through right now. A little slump, I would say. It's going to be. I mean, we before we facing Spurs, we really need a good result today.
I think the winner of this clash going to win the cup.
Every time Liverpool beat United, I mean, for the last 20 years, we reached finals. That's a
Yep,
fact.
yep.
And then it'll be Jurgen Klopp's first FA Cup final, and you know what that means.
Don't jinx it, please. We are still in the contention to win our FA Cup finally after 15 years.
Yeah. Like I said, I think me and Puva have been very,
15.
very
I
objective
think
lately.
could be the Puah 30, half of it 15. FA Cup is not as prestigious as the league. Got chance.
I got where you going to
No,
now.
I,
I know.
I, I, I think just a shout out to all the fans who have been watching. People like me and Puva are very objective on our team when they're performing. When they're not performing, we critique them, but it doesn't mean we don't support them, we don't back them. We back Jurgen Klopp to do what he does best. He's just showing that he's in a bit of a slump himself in terms of his decision making. I am very critical on Klopp. Ben has said that if Klopp tells him to jump off the floor, he'll jump off the floor. That's the faith that he has in Klopp somehow or other, and that this was, it feels like eons ago that Ben said that, and since then we've kind of gone into a little bit of a slump. But like what Hidayat said, it's a bit of a slump. We've got to come out of it. Will Jurgen Klopp actually relish this current challenge and really come out on top and really prove to that credentials of winning back to back, best coach of the year? Really prove to that that it is all true, because he got criticism on that as well. So let's really see. So to the fan base there, both fan bases, relax, stay calm. As what Satya said earlier, it's for the from the Premier League, it's only halfway through the season. The second climb starts now, and for the FA Cup tonight, as we see in every cup matches, we just want a good game, right? We want a good game before any of the team gets knocked out. So let's just hope that we get a good game here. And that's pretty much it from me. Any final words? Anybody else want to say anything else before we end this show? We're well into 2 hours 30 minutes. I knew it. This is not your typical show, because this is a United Liverpool preview. It was going to be this long. So if there are no final words from anyone, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. Please don't forget to follow us on the KOPTALK.my. Tune in for more LFC fan shows. So hit the like button, subscribe, and follow us. We're on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Who knows? We might get on TikTok as well. Uh, but we'll see. Boomer Thoughts final prediction here 8-0 from the
The first goal with Poor. Whoa.
8-0.
This is
Mate,
fast
what
one.
are you smoking over there? It's a Sunday morning over there. They're completely the opposite of what with the mood Ben's in over here.
I
So
think he just played FIFA.
KV is saying Liverpool winning today. Okay.
Anwar.
So that's it. Roshan signs it off here very nicely. Good luck to both teams, and let's enjoy the game. We're the
That's
number
the right
one
thing to
fan
say.
base here in Asia, in Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and perhaps the world. Liverpool United with the number one fan base. Let's conduct ourselves well, and whoever wins and loses, let's just go easy tomorrow. Hey, it's a knockout tournament.
Oh my God, we go again.
There we go
So,
again.
that's it. The panel's gonna join me backstage for a bit after the show. This is the KOPTALK.my. We are signing off. Good luck. Manchester
Thanks,
United versus Liverpool FA Cup tonight, live from Old Trafford. See you guys there. Ciao.
See you guys.
Okay, bye.
Ciao.
Take care. Stay safe, guys. Bye.
Really miss the Ring of Fire again.